764, 764. What does that even mean? I have to bring you this message. I did bring you the message a couple of months ago, but now it's time to enforce it, reinforce it, and really talk about it. What am I talking about? There is a tier 1 deemed by the FBI terrorist group called 764. I'm not going to go into details other than sound the alarm, wake up America, protect your children, protect our children. I like to say our children because I really believe we all should be looking out for each other's children in that general sense. 764 is a group that began by one guy. If this is the story, this is what they're telling us now, the FBI, in May 2025. That 764, a guy who was very disgruntled. I will never give his name or give him that kind of attention, but I want to give you a little context, a little background to the story. A very disgruntled teen in Texas, and 764 is part of his zip code, and he started heavily, I guess I'll say, trolling online, and he would look for vulnerable kids and got some sort of sick sense of satisfaction out of finding vulnerable kids. And all kids are vulnerable, right? We talk about that all the time on the Warriors. And he would ask them to do things to themselves or others or their pets. And I think you know what I mean. Disgusting, harmful things. Well, not only is he doing that since 2020, why are we just hearing about it in 2025? Because when I started talking about it, the FBI put out an alert. It could have been about 3 months ago, but we're in 2025, and now it's being enforced more. Why? What's taking so long to deem something a terrorist tier 1 group? Not only did this creep, this monster, too good of a word for this predator, this criminal, this disgusting person. He got others. He grew since 2020. So you see, if he could have been shut down when all of this started, we wouldn't have had the growth today. It has become not only national. His group, 764, has become international with servers now in other countries, which, is very difficult. I don't know why. We've got Interpol, we've got this law enforcement, that law enforcement. Shut it down. This is about our precious kids. They are targeting in large numbers vulnerable kids, and they are especially going after those with disabilities. So while you might think you're a great parent or grandparent, a lot of kids, for instance, on the spectrum, they do well with gaming or putting the headphones on to block out other noise. And you might think, wow, they're just, having a good time. They're calm. They're doing their thing. They're liking it. Do you know who's talking to them on the other end of those headphones, of that speaker, of that computer, of that phone, of that gaming console? So I urge all of you, this is a new FBI warning that this group has grown in scope. They are doing vicious and violent things, and kids are actually doing them. And we're not even talking about, eating the Tide Pods, which is bad enough with certain challenges from platforms, or subway surfing, horrific. This is things like self-harm, harming others. Then having this video. Who knows what they're doing? I guess there's a black market exchanging them. And I guarantee there's CSAM, child sexual abuse material, as part of this group. Because that, my warriors, is what makes money. This is sick. This is perverted. Be aware. Watch what your kids are doing. Talk to your kids age appropriate. Put the guardrails around any of the devices. If you don't know what to do, you can reach out to me, Lynn at Lynn's Warriors. I can direct you. Our great colleagues and allies, Protect Young Eyes, protectyoungeyes.com. They have a great tutorial, a great kind of toolkit listing every app and gaming site and how you put the guardrails on. Because after all, we, as the experts, can't even keep up with what's happening on a daily basis with new apps, new programs, new sites, new everything. So how can you, as the parent, keep up with it? You can't. We barely can. But there is help. There are resources. Reach out to us. Watch your children. This is crossing the line into something we've never seen before and is sick. And apparently there's such a huge market for harming kids, harming others, harming pets. Not on our watch, not on our Warriors' watch. LynnsWarriors.org is the place to be. Please honor our hashtag Community Creates Change. Please tap into these resources I'm telling you about, because we need to affect change. And if it's in our own home or our own community, that is a start. And that is a start that will snowball around the country. But nobody, all children deserve to have a safe childhood, a safe space. And if they want to be online playing games, that's fine. But you have to know who's on the other end of that. Wake up, America. Join us. And always be a warrior.